Cockatoo Island.
I'm on Cockatoo Island.
Well, no, but answer this: of all the actors,
you and me,
who was the biggest pain in the ass? Oh, you son of a bitch! Everybody was
all right. It was me.
Can I guess?
I'm sorry.
Can I guess? Hugh Jackman is a great guy, actually, and a phenomenal guy. Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool, is phenomenal. And I can candidly say, nicely tease him up for his own spin-off film, which is something that Ryan, going back to Blade Trinity, Ryan, David Goyer, and I tried to put that deal together at New Line for a very long time, and so very nice to finally get to go and put him in the role. It's not Beak anymore, actually. Dominic Monaghan plays a new character, so we want to save Beak. Because there's so much pathos. You want to save
the money and Beak.
Exactly.
A Beak film, a Beak trilogy.
That's right. We're doing Beak and Marrow as a road myself. It's awesome. You see the Hope Crosby road movie? It's Beak and Marrow. It's going to be fantastic. Like Janice Reyes or whatever.
If I read my mom up in the first Godfather, nobody would have come back to that.
So all of you guys, or pretty much all of you guys, you
Jewish, yes. Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just a little shout out.
You guys also talk a lot of shit on Xbox, right?
Say again?
You talk a lot of shit on Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Mostly to like little.
It's like a sewing. It's totally like a sewing circle where we kill each other.
But you also pitch ideas around it, things, right?
Yeah. No, it's great. We're shooting each other on Call of Duty, and then we'll forget there's other people in the room, and then we'll be getting into the deepest, darkest nerd area of the X-Men.
It's amazing we've not ended up like talking to somebody like who just immediately writes Rich Johnson. Like it's been a couple of times where so they're like, oh right, this is an open channel. There's 30 other guys here.
I should change my tag to Rich Johnson.
Lying in the gutter.
Someone's tweeting, get on Call of Duty because that's where all the Marvel secrets are.
Yes. That's a big rationalization, but every once in a while we're in the deep, dark nerd area, and you'll hear some voice go, "What the fuck are you idiots?" Shut up! I'm trying to shoot.
Shut up! God.
Well, we had a good one. Actually, one of my favorites was the exhibit for half an hour. Trying to listen to you guys talk, and suddenly goes, wait, you guys write comic books? And literally ends up knowing his shit and a tremendous nerd.
He's like, wait, you read The Punisher?
Yes, I love that book. So you never know. We had to play with some pretty fun people and have a good time. And yes, copious amounts of smack talk going on in that thing pretty easily.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, let's get back into the
Brian likes to find a corner and hide and just kill people with a sniper rifle. Though now he's into sicking the dogs on people because we got into the Call of Duty 5 beta test.
Yeah, he's taking control.
Brian,
if you let Ed talk, we'll be shooting you. The fucking wheel. We gotta go.
Well, actually, Jeff and I link up on Tetris a lot.
I've gotten very good at Pong.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Really well in that second level.
hey, Brian, what comic creator is your name a rip on? What's Pong?
You guys.
Yeah. What should you talk about?
I don't know. Did you ever say anything you shouldn't?
Who, me?
Ever.
Like on Call of Duty, I think.
Oh, we just say
Yes, oh no, we do all the time.
Oh yeah, but we're generally in rooms with just us, like private.
15-year-olds don't like it when you call them McLovin. That is the one surefire. Like you can hear them get hurt. Like, oh,
Yeah. No, they know.
Truthfully,
McLovin. Oh.
the novelty of getting our asses kicked by a prepubescent Asian child has really worn off, and we just go in our own room. Because there's nothing worse than just getting blasted over and over again. You hear, it's awful.
Prepubescent.
We're 40-year-old men in our basements and our getting killed by it.
Wow, that's
sad.
Great. It's a great
sad.
Last one.
It's a wonderful mental picture.
Okay, so have you ever told any stories, like you've said in public, something about, say, Joe Quesada that you just should not have?
Who's Joe Quesada?
Yeah, like what's the worst Joe Quesada story you guys have?
Jeff has.
I'm going to tell us because how could anybody find out about it?
Yeah.
I was in the middle of trying to figure out whether or not I was going to leave DC in order to come to Marvel. And I was staying here in New York, and it's about, 11 o'clock at night. There's a knock at the door. And this incredibly beautiful girl shows up at the door, and she says, "Hi, I'm the president from Joe Quesada." Honestly, I thought like it was a gag. So I was like, "Great, nice seeing you, bye." And she goes, "No, I'm like here for the night." And I'm like, "This is like so unbelievably embarrassing. I can't really do this." So we had this sort of conversation a little bit. We had a cup of coffee, whatever the fuck it was, and she leaves.
Oh yeah, come on.
these days.
Now, here's the best part.
What's the call?
The next day, I get this call.
A half and a half.
He's so pissed. Like he said, I laid that money out. You should have done this thing. And I was just like, okay, I'll sign the deal instead.
Wow, that's a great move. Great negotiation. Great contract negotiation.
Did you have that copy?
Last-
Did you have that copy with the half and half?
Last spring, at the spring retreat.
Are you gonna tell the story?
Yeah. No. I'm gonna tell.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell a different one. I'm gonna tell a better one.
The same thing happened to you.
Joe is quite possibly the world's biggest Mets fan, and I'm a big baseball guy. And he invited me to go see a game, and so we went, and I think turned in the first Iron Man script. He had seen the movie, I hadn't. I wrote the Iron Man stuff completely blind, but it was happening. It was all. So Joe had seen the movie. Joe had seen the movie, and I had just sort of written the first, and I'm thinking like this is there's the little political voice. It's like, oh great, I'm gonna have 9 quality innings, like hanging out with the boss watching the Mets. It's gonna be wonderful, and it's a beautiful day, and it's fantastic. And he's like, so Iron Man, it's really important. It's the first movie, it's really important. Like, yeah. He's like, it's really you gotta do it. You really gotta stick the landing. Yeah, I'm ready. I got the first script, and he's like, yeah, no, but you have to stick the landing. I'm like, okay, I got it, great. And we get it, and like basically the entire game. He's like, no, listen, with the thing about Iron Man, you couldn't get but like he got into my head so fucking bad about Iron Man. I went home and I was out of my skull. I rewrote everything. I completely and at the end of the summit, I was like, I did redraft it to this thing. It'll be different. I'm just fucking with you.
And my only Joe story that I'm willing to tell is when.
No, we gave up our goods. You gotta give up
anything that good.
You gotta give up.
I don't have anything that good. We were wandering around downtown San Diego trying to get out for a quick lunch, and we looked at a couple restaurants that were too packed, and he's like, let's just go to Hooters. And I was like, really? He's like, I really like the wings. Which they are pretty good.
Wow.
That's not true. That's true. The fuck is wrong with you? Now, first of all, these two are complete lies.
That was a practical joke on Ed.
I was like about to fall off my chair with you.
They've never met. It's just
None of that was true. We wanted to see if we can get Ed to tell a horrible story about Joe in front of Joe.
It's Ed's birthday next week, everybody.
Ed's sitting there going, I'm not gonna go
Ed Rubin, 39 years
liar.
old. But here's the best part.
Hooters, that's the best you can do?
I don't know you that much.
I like Hooters. I happen to like Hooters wings. They
have good wings. I know. Hey.
Please tell me to bring you to Dio.
It was fun. No, you want this to be funny. Intentionally.
I would make it very entertaining. All right, I think this is a good chance to move on to our next segment.
Thanks for coming.
Move on to our next segment.
Can I actually tell a Joe Quesada story?
Yeah.
Okay, here comes the mask. No. Joe got me a raise when I worked at DC. The first time I met Joe, I was walking into the San Diego Comic-Con, and I walked past Jim McLaughlin and him, and Jim said, hey Ed, have you ever met Joe Quesada? And I said, no, and then we started talking, and that was the first time we met, and you're like, hey, when your contract's done, give me a call. And we walk in, and as we're walking in, Dan DiDio and Bob Wayne see us walk in, and by halfway through the day, I was pulled into the DC area and told about my new deal. So that's my bad Joe Quesada story. He kept me at DC an extra year.
That was the plan. Wow. See, now I thought he was going to go, well, now that Joe's here, let me tell you a story. We were in Tijuana.
Yeah.